Good morning, afternoon, and evening. Today is Saturday, August 2nd. On this day, 2018, the finalized copy of the US Declaration of Independence was signed by Congress. I'm just going to pretend like you guys can't see my girlfriend going down the stairs. And then, the reason why that's a fun fact... oh wow, 2018, sorry, 1770 something. Well, I need to say this right. Where did I get this wrong? Give me 1 second. 1776, I'm pretty sure. Fun facts today. It's like, I think it's 1776. What did I write that? 2018. Yeah, 1776. There we go. So that's 200 and something years ago. I can get this right. But the reason why it's a fun fact is it gives you an idea of how far back you'd have to go in time. Like 2 centuries. I think the US is like 3 centuries old or something. And so to realize that it's been that long ago for, I guess, human life standard is a fun fact in itself. Because I think sometimes we forget the people that came before us, they weren't dumb, right? And in fact, you could argue maybe they were smarter than we were. And so this is kind of where, if you're ever looking for wisdom, remember there's plenty, like not even plenty, there's excessive amounts of wisdom to be found in older documents. And I think, like, I haven't read the US Declaration of Independence, but that's definitely one of those things. If you're ever like bored, not sure what to read, open a document like that. And then read what's in there. Like, you'll find stuff in there, I guarantee you that you're like, okay, that's really dumb. But you'll also find stuff where if you read it, you're gonna be like, wait, this is in here? It's like, well, yeah. Right? And so obviously this is what judges and lawyers do. But it's really fun to realize that that's how it works. So, fun fact for sure. 1776, guys. Also, happy birthday to Mr. Sam Worthington. He turns 49 today. He's the actor that plays the main character in Avatar, so the blue people movie, if you will. And I also saw him in Clash of Titans, I think is what it's called. But I don't see the actor too often, but whenever I see him, I think he's a fun actor to watch. Apparently he's Australian, so happy birthday, Mr. Worthington. Today's question of the day: what excites you about being misunderstood? I heard a quote by Alex Hormozy recently. He's a big YouTube guy, a big entrepreneur guy apparently. And he said, if you understand that being exceptional means you are the exception, you start realizing, wait, so the thing that most people want, which is to be exceptional at anything, also, per definition, because you're the exception, means that the people around you are not going to get you. That's the whole point, right? The whole point is that you're so far ahead of the curve, you're so exceptional that the people around you think you're weird, because to them you are. And so being misunderstood I see as a derivative of that. And so getting to a point where you realize, if I get really, really good at whatever it is I want to get good at, the people, my peers, the people around me that should and did understand me, they'll get to a point where they're like, okay, you need to step back in line because you're being weird. And that's most of the time you'll realize, oh, you're probably on the right track. Not always, of course, but most of the time. So just keep in mind you have to keep yourself in check because the people around you no longer can. So those are definitely good things for me to think about as well. Let's see how you guys answer the question of the day. Today's stream theme, Dune Awakening Part 18. We're still kicking butt in Dune, having fun. I built more of the guild base yesterday, doing some questing. I set it to just hanging out exploring today. I'm not sure what to do for Saturday themes. I'm enjoying just walking around, watching the scenery, discovering new outposts. And so maybe I do a quest here and there and then just try to discover more of the map. There's a lot of effort put into a lot of video games, and oftentimes designers or developers don't get people taking the time to explore it. And so I feel like it's a good habit to have. So just looking around, just chilling, and of course hanging out with you guys, which is always my main thing. Alright, if you are interested in joining on Dune Awakening, I play on a European server called Orion, and then you have to select Sietch Umbu, and you're more than welcome to join the guild and hang around at the base. And of course, people will be willing to help as well. That's the whole idea to this community. I hope you guys have a good time with me. Quick PSA. Today the stream ends at about 10:15 my time, so that's about 2.5 hours from now because I have a night shift again. So around 10ish I have to bounce. So there's not going to be a cooling down. I'll just go straight from gaming to work, if you will. All right, That's all I got. Boom. All right, let's see who's in the Discord. Hello, James Whiskey.
Hello.
James Whiskey. All right, I guess we just chill. Where do we go?
I heard you like have nothing specific to plan,
No.
but maybe you can join me because I'm trying to get the advanced trainer of Ben Gesserit unlocked.
Okay, where is that?
So there's a lot of traveling around the map currently.
Okay. Hello to IQ. On behalf, thank you for the call out there, Rental. Oh, art should be free, yes or no, guys? Meanwhile, I forgot the shout outs. Hello, Leroy, Hank, Rental, Lucy, James Whiskey, Miguel, a witness. I think I got everyone. And of course, everyone who's not in chat as well. Hello, guys. Good evening / afternoon / morning. Art should be free. Yes or no? This is a tough one, actually. Alright, so where do you want me to bring you? Let me invite you really quick then. Rental wins the vote. Oh. Where are you? James Whiskey. Invite. I'm inclined to agree with Rental here. I feel like rent should be free. I feel like... Or rent. Rent should definitely be free. But art should be free. I feel like the answer is yes. I feel like art should be free. I think if art were to be free... Would it? I think it would be much better in the sense that it would reach a much bigger audience, obviously. But then... I'm contemplating whether you could argue that art being free would make it worthless. Not worthless, worth less. I'm not confident, actually. What do you think, James? Should art be free?
Depends what kind.
So no then.
Well, funny that you asking before yesterday. I found out the like unrestricted free AI image generator.
Okay. Oh
and
no, now we have to debate whether that's art.
18 hours from yesterday spending creating images of whatever comes to mind. Already have around like 3,000.
Okay.
So yeah, having fun, enjoying the water, and honestly, it's like pretty hard to like get to the right description. So it's like hit and miss mostly.
That's fair. Okay.
But yeah, enjoying the...
So yes or no, what do you think? Do you feel like if we were to say should art be free, do you feel like would it be beneficial for us as humans?
Not really, I don't think so.
Okay.
At that point of view, I don't think so.
Okay. What are we doing? You said I had to follow you. What are you guys up to? How's your Saturday, by the way?
I'm just going to my base to get rid of the the items I have in my inventory, and then I probably get taxied from the rental to the Stone Sentinel. Not sure if you've been there or not.
I need to get to Harko village, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, then go there and take the Bene Gesserit quest.
Where is Harko village again? Because I've been there, but I forgot where it is.
You need to get taxied by the trader in one of the outposts.
Okay.
Trading outposts.
Going to an outpost then. Success is the progressive realization
and
of a worthy
I've
goal
done
or idea.
the first part for her quest now, so I'm going back to base to with the loot, and then we need to go to the Stone Sentinel. It's like up there on the north.
I think I've done it already. Alright, I'm going to Harkov Village then. Culture should not be kept behind a paywall. I feel like the answer is yes. I feel like you're right. I feel like art should be free. I'm just curious what the implications of that would be. Does that mean then we have to pay artists with tax money? Probably. See, that's the problem, right? This is where all the capitalists jump forward.
Not really. I think that if we make them like, how to say it, if we make sure that they have everything they need for their art, that should be like the right amount of where I'm going here. Okay.
But they have to be able
right
to live, right? That's the point, right?
Yeah.
Can I fly you somewhere today? Music to my ears. Well, the Harkonnens love their duck. Well, all right. Thopter's on the roof.
Oh, I think I made a mistake. I think I can't come back. Alright, well, this one. A tip system would work. I'm confident this would work. Actually, Rental says for the art, instead of so yes, art being free. The reason why I jumped forward. Thank you for this, Rental. A thought popped into my mind. I think art should be free. I think it would help. It would help quite a few people. Oh, like so, not quite a few, like millions, easily. And then I think in order to make sure artists stay well compensated, a tip system would work really well. And the reason why I believe that is because of something called free walking tours. And if you go to like a touristy city or place, there's something called free walking tours, and basically there's a tour guide that takes you around the city or wherever you are and tells you stuff. So he guides you around, and every single time we've ever been on a free walking tour, it was amazing. And the reason why is because they work on a tip system. So if you didn't enjoy them, you don't pay them. And so at the end, they ask for, you know, a tip. And so if they didn't really put in effort, you're like, no. Right? And so most people, like, they tip well. And they actually, I asked the guy that one of those guys I asked if he makes good money. And he was like, yeah, it's much better than if you just got paid to do tours. And I was like, that does make sense, right? It motivates you to do more because you know people are only going to give it to you if you do well.
Scum.
Yeah, true.
So it's an interesting concept. Amount of not safe for work artists I see out there on Twitter, entirely fueled by COVID. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is the point. I think we underestimate. This is again human kindness at its finest, right? If you accept that all these people exist by the grace of human kindness, because you could also say, well, I'm getting your art for free, so, you know, F you. But instead people are like, well, that's kind of dubious, right? I feel like I should at least show some gratitude financially. And there's plenty of people that make a really good living off of just this human trait. So it's fun to think about again. Hello, big boy, how are you doing? Okay, so the chick's definitely here. I do not, however, remember where. No, it's a dude.
She's on the
north.
She's on the right side, on the from the bank.
Okay.
There's on the north. There is a bank in the Harku village, and she's on the right side, in the small corridor there.
Okay. But it's a dude, I think, isn't it?
I talked to the girl.
Okay.
Sure.
Alright, I have a quest marker though. I'll run to the quest marker for now. Then there's peak games like Clear Obscure Expedition 33, where several people who bought it on sale for like $10 or something later paid full price via donations. Yeah, this is human nature at its finest. So yeah, I'll stand by it. I'll say, yeah, you're right, it's a chick. Art should be free.
You're back.
And tipping should be well constructed. I got your holy writings.
I'll be the judge of that. Let's see what you found. Good work. These genealogical records go a long way towards supporting my theories.
What is it, this theory?
Any idea or concept that challenges any core belief is not welcome. no matter how valid and well proven it may be.
Has your theory been proved?
That is precisely what we are trying to find out.
I want to train.
Very well. I have analyzed the holy texts you recovered in detail, and the genealogical data is relevant to my research. However, the primary revelation is evidence of Missionaria Protectiva influence more than 700 years before the official records state.
Tell me what I'm looking for.
Very good. I seek evidence of an ancient prophecy the Sisterhood planted within Fremen lore. There may only be fragments left, but I am sure they are out there waiting to be found.
Okay.
The Sisterhood scattered Missionaria Protectiva prophecies as widely as possible in many secret caches. After all, what good are prophecies if nobody finds them? I need you to track down more evidence of the Sisterhood's work.
Can't be much left.
While most of it was lost in the purge, the texts you recovered give me hope that
Maybe
some fragments will have survived.
But I will never
Find
have
them for me.
Alright, I will go find your thing, Bene Gesserit chick. Wait, did I get level 2 Bene Gesserit skills? I think I did,
Already?
actually. I thought I had
Congrats, then.
I thought I had to do more stuff before she would give it to me.
Well,
I got it! Yes! Oh yes!
interesting. Congrats then.
Thank you.
Because I still need to get find the path of Stone Sentinel, recruit the list of newbies.
Ooh.
I only recovered the bloodline records. Now I need to find the list of nebbies and
Okay, I used all
maybe I
used all
can
my skill
go
points.
there and give her the bloodline records and then return and go to the Stone Sentinel. It sounds like a plan then.
Probably, right? Alright. Gonna go.
So I need to get to the Harku village.
Okay. Let's see. Rental says, I'm a strong believer in games being a type of art. Yeah, definitely. Agreed. Easily agreed, even. There's way too much effort put into this to not call it art. Like, I think a lot of people, as I got older, I started appreciating it. Like, let me show you guys. I never used to do this as a young gamer, being a hardcore PvPer. Like, think about everything we see here in this area. Everything. Like, yesterday you guys saw me building. Everything was thought about. So, these people talking to each other, which we can't interact with. And, you know, this guy staring at the little hologram here, and this person probably getting high in public, or just destroying his lungs, getting chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases. All of it, right? All of it, someone thought about. Right? So this is, if you keep that in mind, all of it. So this banner being a little bit torn, the noises you hear, the hovering noises you hear, it all feels dark and ominous because this is Harko village. So this is the baddie place, probably is what you would call it. Right? So all of it, someone thought about. How can you not call that art? Right? So even like the colors, think of the colors. Right? And so the sky being a bit darker, the ornithopters flying past, all of it someone thought of. And so if you think about it like that, it's kind of absurd that we would even debate that concept, right? So much agreed, Rental. Let's see, Big Boy says doing good. Had the Friday off from work. Imagine an entire day off. I got to do so many chores. Nice too. That's how you know you're getting older too, if you enjoy doing chores. Very nice.
Okay, I'm not
Tipping isn't
old enough then.
Give it time. Tipping isn't inherently bad, just exploited by... If they get tips, we can pay them less. Yeah, but most people don't do that. That's the point. So those people are definitely there, Rental, and we give them way too much attention, because most people don't do that. That's the beauty to it. Let's see... Is this an MMO or single player? It's an MMO, actually, Taki. So it's kind of weird. It's not like World of Warcraft and stuff. But so there's people everywhere. It's a specific server. I'm playing on the Orion server. It's a European server. And so basically the way this game works is just like an MMO, you can run into other people if they play on the same server as you. Then they have something called Sietches, which are like sub-servers, so stuff doesn't get too crowded. And then basically... Oh, I need to go the other way actually. And then basically you have RPG elements, so you have your classes and you can multi-class like in Dungeons and Dragons. You have combat elements like in Dark Souls even, like you have perfect parry mechanics, you have headshots do more damage, attacking someone from behind does more damage. So there's all these little combat mechanics. But then you also have your survival elements. You have to not die from thirst, you have to drink water, you have to build a base. And so all of it is very in-depth. And just like in, what's it called? The Division, there's like the end game is like a PvP area. So you have to do everything I just talked about, but then there's also PvP. So it's a very complex game. I talked about this when I started streaming this game. I feel like this game doesn't fit into any category we've talked about in the past. I don't think there's a game you can compare it to. Like obviously it's like a mingle mush of a bunch of stuff basically. If I'm smart enough, I believe Deep Desert isn't just our Sietch, but the entire Orion server. Oh, that makes sense actually. And the Sietches are for... Ah, okay, alright. That's very cool. Yeah, if you have time to game, Taki, feel free to join, man. Would love to be game together again, man. Been forever. It's been years at this point, right? Alright, let's get out of here.
Somewhere today?
Yes.
Music to my ears. Where do you want to go?
Haga Basin.
The basin is a pretty big place. Could you narrow it down a little?
Pinnacle Station.
Most folks try to stay clear of slaver gangs, but
I'm ready.
let's try to avoid any.
So yeah, it's a complicated game, honestly. What's the server called? Orion. Let me type it. Orion and then Sietch Umbu. There you go. Yo, Taki. Are we gaming together again after so many years? That's amazing, dude. Let's pretend to be 18 again. It'll be great. Taki was a hardcore PvPer, guys, by the way. Rental right now is like, yes, we have another PvPer. We also need people that like building. Well, I feel like we only have Stern who likes to build. Yeah, that's awesome, Taki. All right, man. Let me know once you're in the server. Yeah, so it has like a quest line and everything. But just like, actually differently from standard MMORPGs, you can actually give people stuff. So we can like give you a motorcycle or stuff like that. And in most MMOs, you have to like do the quest line to unlock stuff. And I much prefer it this way, honestly. I think it's a much more neat concept, right? Like, why wouldn't you be able to help your peers? Alright, I think I'm just gonna explore this area. There's not too much here, apparently. Oh, it's a tiny area. Okay. I guess I go west. Maybe I just go here, actually.
Sector weather alert.
Oh, getting sandstormed.
Sandstorm is approaching.
I'll be fine. That's pretty close. Oh yeah, also Taki, if a worm eats you or you die to a sandstorm in this game, that's basically GG. Crap, they closed the doors already. Don't be like this. Am I dead? I'm pretty sure I'm dead. Am I fine here, actually? I feel like I'm not fine here. I'm dead. Oy, 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 oy. I am screwedies. Yeah, I'm probably dead, actually. Oh, it passed in time. Okay, we're safe. I got enough cover, alright. Good enough. Alright, I'm good. Oh yeah, so as I was saying, fun fact, if a worm eats you or a sandstorm kills you, you lose everything in your inventory here. Which is a pretty big problem for me. You don't lose all of this, but you lose all of this. And realistically, you don't have enough spots here to carry everything you need. Like, so this is blood stuff for water, and there's a bunch of stuff you bring with you which you would lose, including your money, for the record. Yay, people to protect my stupid ass. Nah, you'll be fine. Rental's a good gamer too. Should be fun. It's just fun. It's just fun hanging out. I've known Taki. I keep calling him Taki because that's his gamer tag. but I've known Leroy for quite some years now. Leroy is actually, if you guys ever decide to donate money to me, you get sent, with the QR code sends you to something called Creator's Crown, and Leroy is actually the guy that built it. So Leroy takes 2% of the donation. Fun fact, Twitch takes 30, YouTube takes 30, Kofi takes 5, but Taiki takes 2. There you go, I did some marketing for you, Leroy. I got you, my boy. Unlike years ago, I now have to clean up after my kid before I go online. That's how it works. Growing up, man. Moving up in the world, Taki. Moving up in the world. I need to find 2 orange camps. You can see it on the left of my screen here. There's 4 intel spots here. And then 19 camps, right? I feel like I just go up here, honestly. Be here-ish. Let's see. Wait, what did Eski say? Oh, he retracted it. Thinking about the question today, I really dislike it getting misunderstood on specific topics. In other ways, I find it a great chance to re-examine my phrasing or allows for a nice tangent for learning. Yeah, the way I answered it, Eski, is by saying being misunderstood, assuming you did everything to the best of your ability, could also just mean you're getting to a level where your peers simply can't understand you anymore. Right? Because you are becoming the exception, which is a good thing. Unfortunately, that does mean you're going to get misunderstood more often than not. And so I used to feel frustrated getting misunderstood. And now I'm like, realistically, it's natural progression, right? Like if I do what I claim I enjoy doing, which is getting better at whatever it is I try to do, and in my case, it's spreading positivity, kindness, optimism, you name it, then at some point, people are going to be like, yo, you're weird, dude. It's like, well, yeah. Because per definition, I'm no longer normal, right? Which is a good thing. So it's an interesting thing to think about being misunderstood as something positive. And again, of course, there's a lot of nuance. Yes, agreed. But if you get the nuances right, and I think the nuances are easy to get right, because if you look at yourself in the mirror and you ask yourself the question, am I proud of who I am? The answer needs to be yes. And if the answer is yes, confidently, and then you're misunderstood, I feel like you're doing a good job. I think that's a good thing. My guess is it just means that other people can't keep up with you anymore. Even the people that you feel should be able to. Alright, I guess we're going in here. We've been here before, but we never really explored. But today is the day we explore. Holy crap, that second level of this skill made it so I can run so far. I don't even need a vehicle anymore. Good to know. All right. Maybe I do the Bene Gesserit skill actually, skill quest actually. I feel like I could use those skills. Let's do it, honestly. Bene Gesserit. Tracking. Recruits wanted. Where is it? Oh, it's a different area, I think. Can't do it, it's not here. Can't do it! It's not here. You may wish to bring a scanner. Oh. I need to figure out how the scanner works. Okay, good to know. In that case, we explore. Let's see, misunderstandings just means different wavelengths between the others and I. Usually difference in learning phase. Alternatively, different views, beliefs. I would agree with that last, or disagree with that last part, Rental. I don't think a disagreement per se is a misunderstanding. It can be, of course. I think a disagreement means they don't see your point, and so you could argue maybe you haven't explained it well enough. So yes, misunderstanding. But at the same time, maybe they do see your point, and if they see your point and they simply don't believe it, because if you look far enough ahead, you're going to have to make assumptions. And so they just don't agree with your assumptions. Like, my assumption is human beings are kind and caring. And so whenever I do long-term vision talks and people are like, no, you're wrong, Phacil, and I explain it to them and they still disagree with me, then I usually go back to, so why would you disagree? And then it'll come forward where they basically explain to me they don't think human beings are kind and caring. I was like, well, then of course we can't agree, because you're coming from the assumption that we're not. And if we're not, well, then obviously you cannot agree with where I believe we're going. That's a fun concept, at least. The assumptions are different then. But maybe that's just a slight semantic deviation from what you said, so... Agreed / disagreed? I'm not sure. Let's see. Hey, Rental, do you have a decent... Oh, this is a Warframe talk. I mean slight variations. If I say red ball, someone is going to think of a plastic ball. Pit ball, another is going to imagine a kickball. Yeah. Yeah, okay, fair. I got you. That makes sense. I feel like I'm just not in the right spot here. Need to fly around, see if I can find something interesting. We'll go here. Although that might be downstairs. Oh, Stern's here. Hello, Stern. Drink water, guys. It's downstairs. It is downstairs. The camp is. Okay. Oh crap, I forgot to unmute on Discord. That's my bad. Sorry about that, James. I forgot to unmute on Discord. That is my bad. I am sorry. Crap.
Improved posture.
Oh, sit up straight, guys.
Did these sound appealing?
Let's see. How you doing, Stern? How's your Saturday, bud? When do you come back from vacation, anyway? Is it here? Let's see. Oh, Stern's back with the yellow / gold. I'm stuck here. Need to check my friend's PC. He has some problems. Oh, no worries, James. I apologize, but I forgot I was muted on Discord, so I forgot to unmute. That's my bad, man. I muted you for a second because I was doing a serious talk, but then I forgot to unmute. Hopefully you can fix your friend's PC. Thursday? Okay, that's cool, Stern. Thursday, you're back. Are you guys going somewhere else after that? Or are you just staying in the Netherlands for the rest of your summer break? Oh, no worries, James. No worries. Take your time, bud. Let's see. Might be Friday? Okay. Alright, well, still though. Still gives you a lot of vacation time, right? Hey, I'm pretty confident I haven't been here. No worries, James. I appreciate it, man. You can turn it off if it's not convenient, of course. No worries, but I was just apologizing for forgetting to unmute you. Or myself, rather. I had myself deafened. Do I gather this? I feel like I gather this. Oh, this is gonna be way too much weight, actually. I definitely don't gather this. Hello. Hello? What? Oh, no! Them dudes did damage. What the crap. Need to pay attention. Let's see. Might stop in Belgium. Oh, cool. Where are you guys stopping? Very nice. Belgium, I enjoy Belgium. My sister-in-law lives in Belgium. Sometimes I get to a point where having rephrased something multiple times and find that whomever I talk to seems to simply not listen. As in, they could grasp it by simply following my specific wording. I don't know, it's frustrating. Yeah, I feel like you're in the exact situation we're talking about. So you think they just aren't listening. I'm pretty confident they're listening. They just think you're weird. And realistically, you probably are at that point. Which is a good thing. That's the point. This is definitely the misunderstood I'm talking about. Oh. That was interesting. You don't remember we're in Belgium? Okay, no worries. No worries. Just gonna go look around, I'm assuming, Stern? Or do you guys have friends or and family there? Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Is there another... Is it just this? There's no other thing here? Okay. Feels like there should be a thing here. Oh! There's a thing here. This gas? What is this? There's a hidden intel thing here? What? Am I in trouble? Should I not? I'm in trouble. No. No, that's quicksand. Alright. Boom. Alright. Question of the day, the dumb look on somebody's face when he realizes I'm waiting for his reaction to what I was saying and she has no idea what to say because they weren't listening to okay. So definitely a different way to interpret it. Misunderstood, but I got you. I got you, James. Just looking around? Okay. That sounds like fun. Sounds like fun, Stern. Who knows? Maybe you run into a pretty Belgian girl. You don't know. Could happen. Alright, so far so good. Question of the day gives me a chance to clarify, otherwise shows the difference of understanding. Okay, that's a good answer. Gives you a chance to be kind and caring. I like it. Exactly, pretty Belgian girl. Go get her. See, she gets it. Going the wrong way actually. There's constantly traps going off. There no... Really? I guess it was this way. Alright. So this is where I came from. That's a dead end. Alright. I'd be too busy looking at a castle. Maybe she's looking at a castle too, Stern. That's how it works. I missed the... There needs to... Is there intel here? No, there's no way there's intel here. It's a different floor. Boom, 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 boom. Did this just grow back together? This is where I came from, right? I'm assuming. Looks like it. Oh boy, what a terrible area to explore. Let's explore. Let's see. Yeah, girls. They're out there. Well done, Hank. Well done. Oh yeah. Exactly. This turn. That's the idea. Hmm. My 5 is lagging. That's interesting. My 5 button is laggy waggy. Gotta get me another blueprint in my head. Basically. Oh, thank you. Drink water, guys. Oh, James played Terra as well. That's true. Very true, actually. I forgot about that. It was a really good MMO, to be fair. Shame it died out. There's no way this is a Canadian saying. But okay. Alright then. Just running forever. Actually, maybe... Oh. Oh, thank you so much for the silicon blocks, Hank. Oh, by the way, Rento, do you mind taking care of getting us some spice residue, just to make sure the guild base doesn't run out of energy? Because I asked Hank to help out, but he's not sure how to get spice residue. And me neither, to be fair. Let's see. I can't guarantee that following my advice as literal as possible won't get you harassment charges, but it'll work otherwise. That is fair. That's a good disclaimer. Good disclaimer. Calm. Whoop. Wait for Lance Rat. Extra reduction cost. I think I took all of your spice residue. Can you get us more? Let's see. I would be staring into my head if anything. Zoning out. Learned it from a guy who lives in a third world country named Denmark. Okay, alright. Denmark and third world country don't go in the same phrase ever. Let's see, what you mean, Phacil? Terra's the best wife MMO ever made. Was running the fisting girl, can't remember the class. That game was amazing, honestly. The combat in that game was very well designed. I'd never played a game with combat like that when I touched Terra. For the first time I played it, it was just mind-blowing. Alright. Yeah, no worries, Hank. Feel free to cancel the silicon until Lance Rod. I guess I'm just gonna keep exploring this cave. May as well. It's a neat cave. Running forever. crazy I can run this far. What the heck? Or do I just... Is it this? It's probably one up. That's my guess. Alright. It's probably this. Is it? Or is it up one? No, it's this. It's this. Hello. No. You sneaky deaky swordsman person. Oh, blood's full. Alright. Let's see. I was a mystic main. I think I played a warrior. The dual wielding sword class. Was that a warrior? I forget what they're called. I'm pretty sure it was a warrior. Oh yeah, warrior. Okay, yeah, warrior. Okay, right. Thank you. Oh. Dude. Loot. Excuse me. No. Nabadab. Go boom booms. Oh, dead before she could. What? He was here, right? Oh, there she is. Alright. She juked me, actually. Pretty good. Yeah, so this place definitely has intel. Definite intel. Oh god, I have to tell my pet warrior that you play warrior. Warriors, man. I feel like warriors are the same in every game. Way too silly gooses, basically. Alright. Hey, what's up, Mike? Have I tried PvP? No, not yet. PvP is like endgame in this game, takes forever. And to be fair, I only play on streams. So no, I haven't. How are you doing, Mike? The hardest part of the class is learning the teleport jaunt iframe. Shortest window in the entire game. Ah. Very nice. Let's see. Oh, lag. Where do we go? Where do we go? Guess we just go this way. Where is the ring to get in there?
Who's there?
Hello. That way probably. Where's the ring? 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 Difficult. Oh, I'm kind of tired. Chillax, man. Put your feet up. Get a coffee. Tell the wife to take care of the kids because you're AFK. No, just kidding. That's not how it works, guys. That's not how it works. You do not talk to the wife like you're in charge. You have to always remind them that you know who's actually the boss. Or as one of you guys said it the other day, I think it was James, he said, I've never met, because we were talking about Lord of the Rings and how the rings give so much power. And then James Whiskey said, I've never met a man who had a ring on and also had power. Well done. Well done. Death from above? Yeah, the 3-second iframe was absurd. Yeah, that was kind of silly, I'll be honest. I appreciate you, Mike. No worries, relax. Hope you have a good time playing, hanging out with the kids, chilling with the kids, and the wife, of course. Say hello to B. Priests are stupid. A whole second for an iframe and I get 0.33. Yeah, that is rough, I'll be honest. Although 0.33 is still pretty big if you take everything into account, right? In theory, it's better, depending on how you look at DPS. Cool. Chop. Chop. Still confused as to where the heck the band is so I can get my intel. Let's see. We automate children to game harder. The kids are gonna be better at gaming than we are. That's just how it works, guys. Everyone's better than the last generation on average. It's a problem. It's a problem. Maybe it's not a problem, actually. Did you guys see the lighting in this? Look at this. Like, look at the way the shadow... Like, look at that. It's amazing. What the crap, alright. They put in effort. You can see that there's effort. Still confused as to where the heck the band is. Please, I just want my intel. To that side then? Nope. Re-amplifier. Holy heck, what he did with the PC is insanity. He overclocked the outcome of the GPU by 120%. The clock and frame rate is like 1000% out of bounds. He destroyed the PC. No, I found it. That's problematic, I think. I'm not a techie, but I feel like that's a problem. I feel like all the techies just sat up straight. They're like, that's a problem. Where do I go? Get me out of here. Yeah, probably up actually. This way. All the way back up. But then we can just do this. Whee! And then we get to the next one. We explorers. Let's see. When you're talking about overclocking, all the techies are down to 1. Okay, fair. That is fair. That is fair. Your distraught cannot be conveyed. I feel like you're very eloquent, Rental. I think you can convey how you feel very well. Give it an attempt, I would say. Bummer. Bummer. Hey. I actually found it by pure coincidence. What is this? I don't know what it is, but apparently it's something. Do I have... Oh yeah, I'm good. I was like, maybe my durability on my suspensor belt is a problem, but it's not. No idea where I am, but it's called the Weeping Chasm. That looks weepy. Yes, you are eloquent. What the heck is this? All right. Let's see. Let's see. Guns flying around base. That's how it feels, right? Don't know if I could handle having only 2 buttons to press on a DPS class. It depends on the game though. Terra, you had only a couple buttons, but the combat was much faster, dude. It was crazy fast. So you needed all your concentration to dodge stuff as well. But having more buttons is definitely better. Hey, what's up, Physio? How you doing, man? How's life treating you, bud? How far are you into your degree? And how are you feeling, actually? I think you were a bit ill last time we spoke. I'm assuming you're all better now. I hope, of course. Not Reaper. Look at me, top DPSing with 1 ability. Every single MMO has this class. Maybe we find this one. It's definitely... Where is it? It's up here apparently. This one? Hello! That was fast. This guy put up his shield real quick. Probably not the first time he got dashed on. Okay. Okay. We go here. We look for intel. This is definitely the intel spot. I do need to take an ad break, actually. We need to take a break or people are gonna start getting slapped with ads. Let's see, let's see. So what class in Dune is the Reaper? Let's see, what class is the Reaper? What is the easy? It's probably the Bene Gesserit. That's probably the Bene Gesserit. That's probably the easy class, I'm assuming. At least from how James Whiskey talks about it. But per definition, right, guys? It doesn't matter how you design a game. There's going to be a class that is better than the rest. If you make everything garbage, one of them is the least garbage. If you make everything OP, one of them is the most OP, right? So there's always going to be that one class. It's perception, guys. Perception. I thought I had a sinus infection, but the cough persisted for 2 months. Wow. Yeah, some people have chronic flu, if you will. So it's just there forever, which is really frustrating, of course. Hopefully you feel better soon, man. Holy crap. Is your degree coming along at least, Physio? Alright, quick break, guys. As always, you know the drill. Make sure you actually comply to the drill. Get up, move around, get a drink, get a snack. You know how it works, guys. I will catch you guys in 5 minutes. See you then. All right, we're back. Whew, there we go. We are back. Let's see. Sneaky deaky, what did I miss? Black Desert talk, wow. Where's Sakura when you need him? Sakura got really into Black Desert. Black Desert was amazing combat-wise as well. Black Desert Online is a phenomenal game if you enjoy... It was basically like World of Warcraft meets Tekken or something like that. Absolutely amazing, yeah. Physio says, thankfully, happened on summer break. Oh, nice. 1 to 2 more semesters to finish undergrad? Nice! Then fully into doctoral. Congrats, man. Alright, that's coming pretty close, right? 6 to 12 months is doable. That's very nice. Cool, man. I'm assuming you're getting to a point mentally where you're like, alright, I'm ready to work. To actually go into the field as a physiotherapist. Let's see. Healer easy though? Easy to blame maybe. Let me just take the blame for some idiot not iframing a one-shot. This is also universal MMORPG, to be fair. Although not just MMORPG. I feel like if you play support anywhere, at some point someone's going to yell at you for not saving them. Despite that being impossible. Chop. So far, so good. I'm assuming this is the no, it's probably not actually. Might be upstairs. I will take a look. Meow. Whee. That's crazy. Okay, it's definitely not this. Alright, I guess we're going back. Is it though? Maybe I can get in but through this side. Now let's see. Healer's easy to blame reminds me of raiding in FF14. That's literally... The thing about the supports is that they're spotlight roles, just like the tanks. If you take a spotlight role, you're going to take blame. And it's like the leadership position, right? In gaming. It's like that's the problem. So it's like if you accept it's the spotlight position, that means if everything goes to crap, you're gonna get blamed. If everything goes well, no one says anything. And that's on average. Which is also why I usually tell people whenever you find yourself in a position where you can compliment someone, make sure you compliment them. Because if you realize we can change the exact thing we're talking about now, you can actually change that by leading by example. It gets really fun. Because if you compliment people, like most people are gonna be like, yo, you're cool. And like you'll get random friend requests and people will be like, yo, I appreciate you saying stuff like that out loud. And all of this stuff starts happening. So if you're just like, whenever someone does something well, you compliment them, it's gonna be great. This is also a fun fact. In Final Fantasy XIV, when you do a dungeon with a group, at the end of the dungeon, you can give people like a compliment. I don't remember what it's called, but you give them like a thumbs up. But you can only do it to one person in the group. And in that game, everyone always either thumbs ups the healer or the tank. Well, not always, but most of the time. And that's because if you force people to give a compliment or a thumbs up, it will go to where it should be most of the time. So that's how it works. If you're someone who takes a spotlight position, that means you can take blame, but you should also be in a position where people can give you credit. And if you're not in a spotlight position, well, the good news is it's unlikely you're going to take blame. But in theory, you also don't get credit. No! And I'm good. Let's see. Yeah, looking forward to it. How's life going for you? It's going well. Thank you so much, Physio. Yeah, I'm doing well. I have a night shift in like an hour and 20 minutes, hour 30 minutes. And I've been working at gig in Rotterdam. And it's fun. It's a really fun ICU. People are friendly. The co-workers are friendly. The patients are obviously just the patients. That's the same everywhere. Just about. And so yeah, all in all, good times. I appreciate it. Thank you, Physio. Very nice of you. Let's see. I have returned. Nice. Very nice of you to help your parents with chores, dude. Good job. Where do we go? I guess I go back, honestly. I'm just gonna go back. I just want my intel. Give me my intel! I managed to get into FF14. I had to put some crap. I had to put up with some crap and be convinced that the great... Alright. Okay. Okay, Hank. Yes. In the end, it was worth it. Okay, I'm just gonna summarize it by saying in the end, it was worth it. Alright, well done. I appreciate you for taking my monetization for the stream. Well done, Hank. Let's see. I don't think healers should get full compliments. No, but they should get a very big part of it. That's my point. That's the whole point of it. Just because, like, if you were to, let's say you go into a group, right? And everyone is perfectly equally skilled and contributive, okay? Which is never the case, but let's just say it is. Someone took up that support position, right? In theory, it's the harder job. Most of the times, it's the harder job. Not always, of course. Yes, of course. But most of the time, it's the harder job. It takes a bit more effort, a bit more attention, a bit more, you name it. And so, if you play a game where that's not the case, then no, agreed. But many times, the support positions, they're the unsung heroes, basically. Alright, we go here. You!
Where's my reinforcement?
Your reinforcement is late. You don't think Phacil deserves full compliments? No. Not full. I'm saying in comparison to the people in your group. Okay, right. Maybe it wasn't voluntary, but you did it. Props to you, Stern. Props to you. In Terra, the tank is the unsung hero. Yeah, it's either the tank or the healer, which is the supports, I would call them. This is not the right floor either. Whoa, look at this! Look at this person here! It's rental. Oh. It wasn't disappointment. I just wasn't surprised. Disappointment is something else. That's in your head. It's in your head, Rental. In your head. Zombie? Ay, come on. Get poked. Let's see. Every man in Terra is a tank. They have negative body fat. Like I played waifu for obvious reasons, but the damn guys are so buff. Now I feel like that's very JRPG. The Japanese like their extremely overly buff persons. Although I suppose that's an American thing at this point too.
Identify yourself.
Is he talking to me from his grave? Is there another? Oh no, there's another dude, okay. Where is my...
Who's that?
bring up your shield. Hello? Dude. Oh, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to call reinforcements. Hello, Rental? Where's my backup?
Let's go.
Alright then. Alright, gotta whisk myself away. No worries, have a good one, Hank. Thank you for hanging out, bud. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you. Drink water, guys. Thank you for hanging out, bud. Have a good weekend. Let's see. You played the tiny... That's the tiny race, right? I think Ellen was the tiny race. Oh, there we go. There's my backup. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Where's the intel? Rental, where's the intel? I'm about to cap on weight. My weight. Brawler was a human female because that was the only race gender that could have it. Oh. I don't think I ever played a brawler in Terra. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Thank you very much. I need to go back to bit. Do you have a storage ornithopter? I forget what it's called. A carrier ornithopter? So I can put stuff in there? Oh, she needs a spot to put it, I think. Because it's big. Yes! No. I can't do anything. Oh, I'll refuel it. Open inventory. Oh, there we go. Okay, alright. Take this, the actuators, this. Probably... Oh, it's okay. I'll refuel my thing. Probably this. Yeah, this is fine on weight, I think. Now you can just... Oh, I filled it up. Never mind. Okie dokie. Thank you. Much appreciated. I refueled. Oh yeah. Let's see. Berserkers were mostly DPS. Yeah. Lancer. Lancer was fun as well, actually. I remember that. I remember. Okay, to the next one. Exploring this whole area. Oh yeah. That's a bit of a run. But we can make do. No. Nice. There's a camp here. Ho ho. Too late. I missed. Should aim more, trash talk less. Money. Sniper. Got him. Whoa. Hide behind the pole. Oh. Oh, the poison is gonna be a problem. No, I'm fine actually. Whoa, the sniper, dude. Don't be like this. I accepted party. Oh. Come on. Phacil is always healing and me on tank. That changed once I got a healer weapon. That is true actually. I don't even remember that. That's how long ago that is. That's crazy. Nostalgia. Nostalgia. So it's your wife's fault. Tell B it's her fault I don't play healers anymore. I wouldn't mind it, honestly, but just never did really anymore. Wow, this has been like 10 years though, guys, for the record, so it's probably good to know. Let's see. I only picked up Lancer because Lucy was a priest. Aw. And then she picked up Lancer because you were a mystic. Aw. How long have you known Lucy, actually? Let's see. But you do play healer? Do I, actually? What do you mean I play healer? You mean the stim pistol spamming in Helldivers 2? I guess so. Let's see. There it is. Got the band. Looted the chest. Got in the room. Guess we go this way. Alright, I guess we just run. In Helldivers 2 you do. Oh, you met the stim pistol spamming, that's fair. Yeah, honestly, I would definitely go back to playing a healer. Like for any type of group fight context. We'll see if there's some sort of a healer thing in Dune when we end up PvPing. I wouldn't mind it. That's not this way, it can't be this way. I made this mistake last time as well. Get chopped, my boy. Probably there. Is it here? Money. Oh, she found spice. And spice is very nice. Let's see. I would bet the P-Hub that when Dune gets healer, she would play one. Yeah, probably. I probably would, honestly. I would support you guys, no worries. I would be the most annoying support to fight ever. I would be so good at baiting people. Maximum annoying. Are Mondays the worst, guys? No, not Mondays. No worries, Craig. Hello. Mondays are the worst. No. Alright, everyone's hive mind indeed. Wait, so what's the worst then if it's not a Monday? I'm a nurse, so to me everything's a Monday. Or not a Monday. Depends on my mood. Ooh, spice. Tuesdays are worse? What? Why Tuesdays? What? Alright, explain this to the nurse. My entire life, like I have no concept of a weekend. Fun fact. When Sakura said you should stream on the weekend, I was like, why? And he was like, because that's when everyone's off. And I was like this. I was like this. I was like, that's a really good point. But yeah, my brain didn't register that. So yeah. Why Tuesdays? Tuesdays are big meetings and it's not hump day. What is hump day? Mondays mean everyone is busy AF, so they leave you alone. Ah, okay. Okay. Level 113, we getting there. Still confused as to where the intel is, but we're getting there. Money. Oh, rental found it. Okay, I'm coming. I am coming. I am coming. Thank you. Do the next one. Which is probably that way. This is not the correct way. Can we just go up here? We can. Whee! We're here. Bye. Almost. What? Alright then, alright. How's my durability? Oh, my shotgun is about to run out. Oh no. No, it's not actually. It'll be forever. JK. It'll be a while. Durability.
Shields up.
Nubs. Hump day is Wednesday, which means we're at the hump of the week, halfway to the weekend. I love the whole perception to how the week feels based on the day. Like that's just, I feel like for nurses that's basically non-existent. That's so interesting. Mondays and Tuesdays are when all the people who should have come to the ER over the weekend come in. Yeah, I know this for the ER, but as a nurse, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's a thing. What is this over here? It's an intel thing. Arctis Cavern. Hello. Woohoo. Oi, problematic. Wait. Good. Backup? Where's my rental backup? Whoa, stamina! Rentals here, putting in work. Sniper man. That's true for every industry. All emails, all problems, all bullshit comes in on Monday. But at least you don't get as many people bothering you as a senior. Okay. Senior IT, I answer a lot of questions, except on Monday. It's too much stuff is on fire. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like I kind of prefer the whole my job ends at 4 p.m. I don't know. It's interesting to think about. Tell me if you find the intel. You pinging it up here? Thank you for the band. Whee. Oh, loot. Many loots. Oh, yes. Many a loot. Ah, backpack full. What do you mean? Oh, copper. I need your ornithopter again to store some stuff. We did it. To the next one. Oh, the other intel is just across from us. Alright, that's neat. Where's Ornithopty? Have you paid your rental backup yet? Oh, that's right. How do I pay her? Hello? Hello? Ah, thank you. Wait, how do I... Oh, space. I'm ready. I paid. Close. Alright, this place took me way too long to figure out. I still don't get it. I guess we're going this way. I feel like it's not this though.
Who's that?
It's probably not this, honestly. One sec. I can't get in actually. Oh, it's above? Okay. Get up there, Phacil. Alright, go. Quick deposit, Phacil. I'm spamming F, it's not working. Alright, let's see. Agave seeds are expensive. Oh, it's me who got paid? Nice. Where do we get agave seeds then? Whoa, okay, alright, jeez. That's a lot of dudes. What's happening? Oh, this dude. Come on. Got him. Hey, it's a Google Blitz. Hello, NASA. NASA's in chat. How you doing? How did the base building go? Pretty well. I did some interior decorating, which Stern is probably going to dismantle when he comes back from vacation. But that doesn't matter, because it was amazing. How are you doing? How are you doing, Google? The exploration's going well. Rental's keeping me company. Getting some intel, as they say, because I'm exploring, and so therefore I have intelligence. That's actually how that works, funny enough, in real life too. If you're someone who likes exploring, you're also someone that gains intelligence. Believe it or not. No jokes. I kind of want that sniper rifle. But I do enjoy this shotgun as well. I found the intel! What is the marking button again? Oh, you just mouse button. Okay, alright. Mouse button. We did it! I guess we go back into the pit. How are you doing, Googly Goog? I was helicopter surfing because we here at Phacil Gaming are the dopest. When are you joining us here, Google? When are you playing Dune with us? Agave seeds are found northwest? Okay. Physio says, for the question of the day and misunderstandings, do you think relationships are transactional? Why or why not? No. No, I think per definition they can't be transactional, but let me explain, because this is definitely semantic debate. This is, thank you for the question, of course. I know some people are like, no, because you have to put in effort into each other. You do something for me, I do something for you, and you just have to find someone that'll do that constantly. And I have a similar opinion. I do believe you have to find someone that's willing to invest into you, and you have to be willing to invest into them. And I think that makes the best relationships. But to call it transactional implies that if you don't do it, the other won't either, right? Like it's one for one. And I don't think that's the case. I think if you ask me in a relationship, I heard a really cool metaphor once from a relational therapist. And she said, you have to understand that if you're responsible for a household, right? Let's say it's you and your partner, right? Then there's a bunch of stuff that needs to be done. And we'll call all of it 100%. Okay? So you both become responsible for the 100% of the stuff that needs to happen in your lives. Sometimes on your perfect days, you guys are going to be 50-50. It's going to be magical. All right? You guys are like, you're definitely going to get like going to hop on the good foot and like do the bad thing at night. Like, there's no way around it, right? But most of the time, most days, like one of you is going to be 60 and the other one's going to be 40 and vice versa. And one of you is going to be 30 and the other one's going to be 70. And so I think the art to a relationship is understanding you're both responsible for the same thing and you're a team. So it's not one for one, because one day you're going to feel better and the other's going to feel worse and vice versa. And that's when I believe you're supposed to be willing to step forward for the other. And so some people would call that transactional, and if you do, okay, then yes. I don't consider that transactional. I consider transactional like I do one, you do one, and then if I do a big thing, you have to do a big thing. And I don't think that's... If you have a relationship like that, I don't think that's gonna last very long. There, I think. So yeah, thank you for the question, Physio. Doing well. Someone broke a bunch of code yesterday. Just preparing myself to fix it. Good times. Good times. You went past it. You went past it. It's somewhere here. Is it there? No. Here? Is it this? There? This? No. There it is. Found it.
Someone here. Reveal yourself.
I found it. Okay, okay. And then we go here. I can just climb on here. Be lazy. It's behind this big pillar. Let's see. It's nice seeing a few castles chilling in Croatia. Hell yeah. The other way. That way. That way. I think it's that thing back there. Where is she going? Where are you going? You might be going the right way, actually. I have no idea. That's fine, honestly. I feel like I could probably do that as well. Yeah, let's just start there. We're just going across the chasm, really. Oh, oh, oh. Here we go. It's somewhere here. That's probably just this here. Oh, so we just have to go inside there. Okay. I don't actually own the game, but my friend does. Trying to get him to join. He should. Why don't you own the game? If you dare say you don't have the money for this, remember everyone knows you work for NASA, so obviously you're rolling in it. But like, where are you? New interns, yes. Exactly. New interns. Is this the right spot to be? I feel like maybe this is the wrong spot, actually. Is this a Chom mineral extraction facility? Maybe it is, actually. Alright. Hey, there's a testing station here. Let's see. Shout out to Rental for keeping you company, Phacil. Google says hello, Rental, for being awesome, and I'll join you later. That's what Google said. That's the whole message. Lucy is paying for Phacil? What do you mean Lucy's paying for Phacil? What do you mean? What you mean? Fuel cells we don't need, I think. For the question, they might be arrogant, but I like both the idea of explaining and teaching as well as learning. But when someone misunderstands me and they're rational, I get to both teach and learn. Yeah? No, I don't think that's arrogant. Why would that be arrogant? That's interesting. Why do you feel that would be arrogant? You get to teach. There you go. Trying to think why that would be arrogant. Understandable view. I think all relationships are fundamentally transactional, meaning each party exchanges value to the other in one form or another. Oh yeah, so if that's your definition, then yes. Like I said, my definition of transactional is basically you feeling like it's always a one-for-one, and if not, then it's not working. And if that's the case, then I would say no. I think that's disaster for your relationship. So let me put it this way. I think most of the time in a relationship, one of you should be feeling fantastic one day towards the other, and then horrible the next, if you will. So those are extremes, of course, but I mean, you should be feeling like one day you're offering a lot and the other day you're getting a lot. And I think if that fluctuates, I think that's good for you, because then you feel like you don't just give, you also take, right? And so I guess if you consider that transactional, then yes. definitely. It's not interesting to me per se, but the game, do it for the community, dude. This guy, come on, Koogly Woogly. All right. Lucy has 30 decades plus 24 hours of renting me. She is paying for you. Oh, that's nice of you. Thank you, Lucy. I appreciate. Much appreciated. Is Lucy playing Dune actually, Rental? I don't remember if Lucy actually plays is playing Dune with us. I'm pretty confident I haven't seen her. I can check actually. Nope. I don't see her. Also, I no longer work for the space company. I switched jobs to a software engineer in finance recently. Really? Wow. You didn't say anything, Kugel. You didn't say... Woogly Woogly didn't say anything. Double stab. She wants to play with us? Why isn't she playing with us? Thought it might be arrogant because if I say something like I like teaching, it might come across as somewhat of a superior... Come on, dude. Especially because I know that I have a lot to... Everyone has a lot to learn. We've done this talk before. It doesn't matter who you talk to. You either have something to offer or something to get. We need to get rid of the word arrogance in this context. If you have something to teach, that's noble. If you have something to get, that's ambitious. It's all perspective. Everything is perspective. Funds or time, I do not prioritize. If it's funds, I'll buy her the game. No worries. I don't have many monies, but I haven't bought a game for one of you guys in a while, so may as well. Let's see. Also, yes, I probably will do it for the community. That's the whole idea to it. This is the main reason I'm playing this game so much, because honestly, everyone who gets like Rental was like, I feel like this game doesn't really fit me. I don't feel like I would enjoy it. We all know where that went. We still need to get the intel here, by the way. But it's not... Is it this? It can't be this, right? Did I just forget to pick it up, I guess? I forgot to pick it up. Where is it, though? Is it upstairs? I'm coming. Actually, you can go. It's probably... I can probably get there through here. Whoa. I feel like it's through here. I think it is akin to a bank. There are deposits and withdrawals, but at the end of the month it will be balanced. Otherwise, like a bank account, checks bounce and friendships end. Yeah, that's one way to look at it, though. I think the issue with it is that when you call it transactional like that, it implies, in my opinion, in my opinion, it implies like you're calling it a balance, and I don't like. I would say yes, but when we talk about a balance, you're like, oh well, both sides of the scale need to have equal weight, and like, but that's where it gets complicated, because what you consider heavy, I might consider light, and vice versa, right? So then, which one are we using as the standard, right? So that's kind of where I'm like, where the concept of it being transactional becomes complicated to me. Because it's not like we can measure, oh, today you were the better boyfriend or girlfriend than I was. And so that, right? Like, I don't feel like we can measure that. And so it's just gonna come down to how we see it, I feel. But definitely, though, this is very much a semantic debate. But we knew it would come down to that. Happened recently. This is the first opportunity I had to say it. Oh, okay. Well, I'm hoping you're happy with your new job, Google. Congratulations then, right? I'm assuming. Or was the FBI done with you hanging out on stream giving away all of NASA's secrets? Which one was it? The best relationships are those in which the transactions seem or feel invisible. Ah, okay, right. Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna come to the same... I think we're gonna meet in the middle here, Physio, by the sounds of how you're phrasing this. So it's just how do you look at it? Okay. Yeah, agreed then, I guess. Whoa, I actually pulled her off of there. I didn't know I could do that. That's interesting. And a mistake, but that's okay. Because now my thing is on cooldown. Hello. Oh, where's the ring? Where's the ring? To open the gate. Oh, it's here. I found it. I found it. Oh, I am in trouble. No, I'm okay actually. Now she gets her mat stolen by me to build the Phacil. Alright. Should be okay. Oh, gas. Do I want... No. Not heavy pants. Not MK3 shield. Not Dirk. Slaver scout pants. 56. I think I have these actually. Oh, but mine are more... have more durability. Alright. Probably this. Yeah, this feels fine. Okay. Alright, I do need to go back to base probably. Can you fly me back to base? Let's see. Yeah, it's just a conceptual framework. Yeah, of course. For me, the reason I think why I don't like the word transactional is because I think it puts... Especially if you're someone who doesn't like the whole abstract semantic debate aspect of life, if you will. I think when we call it transactional, it implies one for one. And I don't like that. Because I don't think it'll ever be one for one. And so I think what you're saying is the same thing, right? You're saying, well, it should feel invisible. I do something for you, you do something for me. And so, and we balance it out, and therefore we feel like you care about me, I care about you, right? And I don't think the things we do for each other will ever be able to... We can't measure it. So that's like, oh, well, today you owe me 2 transactions, right? So yeah, so as Rental saying in game, right? It suggests you expect something in return, and I don't think that's what it is. I think it's you give and you take, but there's no actual like, oh, well, you just did something for me, so now I need to do something for you. It should be we both invest into each other regardless of the other, if you will. And if we both do that well enough, then there should be some sort of a balance, as you very eloquently put it, Physio. So it's definitely a semantic thing. Bring back to base, please, Rental. I consider Lucy to be my greatest relationship. Would do anything for her without expecting anything back, Rental says. That is wonderful. Have you said that to her out loud like this? I'm hoping she's reading. Stuff like this, you definitely have to say to the people in your life. Always take the time to say the positive stuff as well. No, she knows it's not good enough. She knows it's not good enough. I clipped it. I'll send it to her. You say it out loud. You man or woman up and you say it out loud. You say thank you for being in my life to the people you care about. Okay, if you so you've told her, just say yes then. Damn it. Alright. Alright. Thank you so much, Phacil. I am absolutely loving it. I have not violated any US export laws, so no one is mad at me. Okay, alright. No worries, Google. Hello to IQ and Matt. No worries. Thank you for hanging out, popping in. Have a good one. Have fun. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. I appreciate you, Stern. Thank you for the clip. Yeah, it's all... If we just... Oh, I feel like I could talk about this forever, and I will. But if we just focused on... Okay, let me do it like this. If we learn to focus, if we learn to properly focus on the positive and expressing it the same way we consider it normal at this point to talk about negative stuff, shit. If we just normalize talking about positive stuff that way, we're good to go. Like, we're good. Like, I guarantee you the world changes for the better. Like, it's gonna be too easy even. One day. We'll get there. We'll get there. I can see that. In this example, I don't view transaction exactly that way, but more of a general concept. Yeah, exactly. No, I think maybe the talk we were actually having, Physio, because my guess is we agree completely, I think the talk we were actually having is what is the wording you would use for the investment you put into one another in a relationship. And you called it transactions. I call it investments. And realistically, I think we're both wrong. There's probably a better word for it. But long story short, you have to have someone you want to dedicate your life to and invest into, and that person has to do the same for you, or it's not gonna work. It'll end at some point. Let's see. Oh, Kugel likes the sound effects. Oh yeah, I'm a professional streamer, Kugel. Do you not know this already? Like I keep convincing you guys I don't make any money off of this, but I make bank. It's crazy. I'm like rolling in it. So yeah, all right, let's see. A recycler? No, I feel like I saved the welding torch actually. I need to deposit some stuff. And drink some water. And then get some water. Yes. I appreciate the support, Google. Much appreciated, sir. Doing my best. Doing my best. Do I have extra bandages? No. I do have heavy darts though. Let's see. Relationships are just two people wanting to spend time with one another. I would say yes and no, Rental. I think the reason I say yes and no, so agreed for the most part, of course. The reason I say yes and no is because there's a very small percentage of people, right? We'll call them parasites, right? To summarize basically narcissism, sociopaths, psychopaths. To summarize all of them together, we'll just call them parasites. Just like, again, not evil people, but mentally ill people, in my opinion. And that group of people wants to spend time with you, but they're not there to give you stuff. Okay? And so it's for the people that run into that group of people, I think it's important to nuance, which is a very tiny group of us. But if you run into those people, it's dangerous because you're giving and you're receiving very little. And that's kind of where like it's important to nuance that. It's still a relationship, just parasitic. Yeah, fair. Okay. Okay, alright, sure. Again, we can do the semantics, but okay, fair. So for me, it's if it's not give and take, I think it's too dangerous. I think it's deadly even. It's a very, very... I don't like the idea of those scenarios, let's put it that way. Ooh, ink vine jacket. Okay, I think I have this on right now actually. Do I? I do. Nice. Got another one. Oh yeah. Oh, I don't have this on. Ink vine mask. Yes. Where do I put the agave seeds? Let's see. Rental says my D&D friends are friends, but not all my friends are D&D friends. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Nuances. Those are good nuances though. Nice. Worm? Seems like we share the idea, if not the phrasing and terms around it. Yeah, for sure. That's the point, right? Though I think oftentimes people forget how important our phrasing is. Not per se for you and me, Physio, but for like especially younger generations. Like I remember when I was like 18, 16, you name it. Everything was very black and white, and that's a cognitive development thing. And if you accept that for a lot of people life is black and white like that, you have to be really careful with how you say stuff. That's a lesson I had to learn the hard way as a nurse, right? If you say the wrong word at the wrong time, well, you messed up, you done goofed. Like that family doesn't want anything to do with you anymore, right? Just because, you know, the 16-year-old in the family feels, you know, really, really attacked, right? And so there's all these little intricacies you have to be careful of. So semantics matter, but not per se for the game of life, but for the game of love towards one another, I would say. Only a matter of time. I think we should all help out by dropping a like on this stream. I appreciate you, man. If you guys drop a like, I appreciate it. If it's not something you like, don't like. But if you do like, press like. That is a really good shout out. That helps out quite a bit, actually. I didn't used to realize how much that helped out, so good to know. He's rolling in the oxytocin? Like I'm rolling in the oxy tokens. Stern and his tokens, man. Stern and his tokens. Homeboy's got too many tokens, alright. Wait, there's large vehicle fuel cells? Okay. That's good to know. Okay. Now Lucy has proof on stream. I'm an absolute simp. I'm cooked. I'm pretty confident Lucy knew that. I'm pretty confident. Where do the erythrite crystals go? Do we not have... Alright. Once I'm back, I'll be stealing those. Don't be like this, Stern. Stern, always the stealer. No, I'm just kidding, actually. It's fine. Where does this go? I feel like it goes here. Alright. Man, I was exactly like that back in my early 18 to 20s. It's everyone. Everyone's like this, Vizio. Your frontal lobe, the part of you that makes you you, personality-wise, isn't fully developed until you're around 25. So for most people, that's what that's what life is like at that age. Funny enough. Okay, now actually I probably should make some bullets. And then I go to the next spot. I have 45 minutes left. We're good. I thought for a second I needed to watch out for time, but I'm okay. I'm okay. Make some darts. More darts. All the darts. I made all the darts. Alright, rental. May I have a taxi back to... Maybe we do this quest, because it's en route anyway. May as well. To the wreck of Catheria, please. Oh, she's over there. Alright. Rental says we can read you... Or sorry, Stern says we can read you, Rental. But she's not getting YouTube chat XP. Oh, coming. Thank you. Oh, she brought the storage. The storage one. Very nice. Okay, let me sit here just to be safe. Gotta stay number 2 on stream. Stop FOMOing yourself. Just have fun. Just have fun. Look at this guy. Look at this guy and his 16k tokens. Alright, Stern, calm down. Calm down. Although there is people getting close to you, I'll be honest with you, Stern. There's people that are like 11, 12k. Well, people are getting close. Oh, man. Well, what's cool about this game, Google? Let me sales pitch this game to Google. Is you're going the right way. You're going the right way. It's somewhere in that direction. Wait. Somewhere in this direction. What's cool about this game is like every one of these rocks is interesting to explore. There's either a camp to find, there's either extra loot to find, there's intel to find, there's something to find. So it's neat. If you're like a perfectionist or a completionist, this game is gonna wreck you. Oh, it's like somewhere further that way. No, we're here. The wreck of Catheria. We're here. Whoa, weird lag. We PvPs. We PvPs, Rental, be ready. I found the wreck of Catheria. What? Spooked me. I thought she was about to shoot me. You're right, Stern, you're right. People just like you because you're a nice guy though, Stern. They don't care about your tokens. Fun fact. Let's see. Hello, Normal. How are you doing? Baffling question today. I have no answer to it. What kinds of answers have we gotten today? There's a big variety. There's Kugel said he likes the being misunderstood because it gives him a chance to teach. and learn, depending on the situation, of course. I said I like being misunderstood because it, in theory, means that I'm getting to a point where it's harder for people to grasp what it is I'm trying to do, which is, per definition, being exceptional because other people can't follow you. And then we have... I'm trying to think what else we had. Those are the two that are sticking to mind right now. I know Phacil answered it. And then he asked me a question about relationships. Oi. Phacil, what was your answer again? Let's see. That's awesome. I recently discovered my love for exploring everything in games. I used to find it tedious. Dude, join this game! Where is this guy when you need him? Come on. Google's gonna join this game. It's gonna be like, this game's amazing! Everyone's gonna facepalm at the same time. Mister, I don't think this game is interesting. Oh, I found a secret thingamajiggy. One sec. I don't know if it's a secret, but definitely something here. There's a representative. I need to track down Skorda. Let's see. The question of the day. What was your answer to the question of the day, Physio? The question is, what do you like about being misunderstood? Maybe I go for this representative first, actually. Downstairs, all right. More? More downstairs. Hello, representatives.
That's close enough. State your business. One can't be too careful out here.
What is House of Thorvald?
All you need to know is, in the house words, the hammer of wealth. House Thorvald is synonymous with the precious alloys we smelt and refine.
The money...
The alloys we produce are vital to the production of many spacecraft.
Money!
Ipir is a planet of rolling hills and extensive mountain ranges. But I think our most remarkable feature is high forge.
It's a marvel of engineering. Someone tell me what high forge is.
We are rather proud of our orbital refinery. It processes all the materials mined from the Ipirian asteroid belt. Built over the centuries, it has become so large as to be considered our unofficial moon.
Alright. You have money. Rats. Man, wealthy people. No, I'm just kidding. Wealthy people are super kind, actually. Most of them are super friendly. At least the ones I've met. Under those circumstances. Let's see. Oh! I'm here. We need to get to the next crash chip, which is a little bit higher, apparently. Yeah, it's this floor, I think. It's somewhere here. Probably landed. You're killing our stealth game. On my way. Alright, I'm here. Get out of your ship. Let's go. We PvPs. What was that? Alright, I like explaining things depending on the topic. It means the person is interested. Nice. I found a way in. And I found a book. A book. Scan. I done found some loot. I'm pretty sure this loot only I can grab, right? Because it's a PvP zone? Or can we both grab it? I am the maximum stealth, Stern. Just because you don't know how to play actual stealth doesn't mean I did something wrong. Maybe it does actually. Phacil, you once had a quote to the effect of "Be kind to those who are attacking you." Yeah. I really like the quote and agree with it. However, I've seen instances in which the kindness is rejected. So my question is, what is the limit to that quote? And how does one treat those situations in which the kindness is rejected? Oh, I can give you an answer to this. I learned this the hard way as well, of course. The first time the kindness is rejected, so let's say you're being kind to someone, okay? You did your absolute best, you communicated your absolute best, you've given everything, okay, in your power. And then the answer is just no, right? Then usually, like, I'll tell them, I'm just trying to be nice here. Are you saying you don't want me to be nice? Right? And then if they say, no, I want you to F off, right? Maybe that's what they say. Then of course, that's your answer. I'll just say, okay. And then after that, I just cut my ties with them. And if I catch them in a situation where I could be nice to them, then I don't. I don't help them. And if I get a chance, but this is still me trying to be nice, but in a completely different way, trying to be helpful. If I catch them in a situation where I could have helped them, but I know for a fact they didn't want me to help them because they said it to my face, then in that situation, if they start complaining about it, only if they start complaining about it, I will remind them, you chose this. You can whine and complain all you want. The world is not like this. You want this world. Stop bitching. Right? And so that's when usually people like that are like, wait, I thought you were the nice guy. I go, I am. I am still the nice guy. And so basically your kindness turns into more of a tough love is probably the best way I would summarize it. So it's not be less kind, it's be kind differently to those people. But most people will just take your kindness, like easily 9 out of 10. 99 out of 100 people will just take your kindness. But for the 1 out of 10, I convert it to tough love. And if they don't want the tough love, then I just disappear out of their life. That's strike 3. Or 2, if you will. And the reason why is because if you don't want kindness and you don't want tough love, there's nothing I can give you. And so usually I take my loss, if you will, and I just say, well, apparently this one's not for me to help. And I wish you all the best. Rental said normal rental said it gives me insight on where my people are compared to me. That's her answer to the question of the day. So it gives her a good framework. We just have camps to explore, honestly. Can you start down here? Actually, go southeast-ish, which is this way. Thank you for the ride, rental. Absolutely fascinating. You're welcome, man. This is my experience with it. And I can summarize by saying I got abused being just a kind guy. There's I don't like Jordan Peterson per se for a lot of the stuff he says. Some of the stuff he says I think has a lot of merit. He enjoys talking about the concept of gentleman, right? Or the concept of the meek, which he describes as those capable of wielding swords and who choose not to use it, or who choose not to use the swords. And so what he describes is, if you're a nice person and that's the only thing you know how to do, then you're not really a good person, right? And I agree with this, because he says, if all you can do is be a good person, that's just your standard mode, then why would that make you a good person? And so he says, you have to be capable of being an absolute monster, right? Of being savage. Because then, if you're capable of doing both, and then you choose to be nice, then there's no debate. That's what makes you nice. That's what makes you a good person. You're capable of doing both. You're just choosing to not be a monster. Right? And so I think this is where probably one of my favorite things he says. So again, I'm not a big fan of a lot of other stuff he says, but as you guys know, I really enjoy extracting value regardless of what I think of the total package of a human being. In my opinion, we should really focus on the individual value of what someone says. Rental says it's basically, is it better to be born good or to overcome evil? It's better to overcome evil. I don't think that's a debate. You know, there's a lot of these quotes. A lot of people are like, oh, if you're born in poverty, those are some of the most noble people on the planet. Of course. Because they've seen the other side. Right? So it's not hard to imagine, even if you're not someone who's done it, that if you overcome adversity or poverty or whatever it is we're talking about, is it really that hard to imagine that that makes you a better person? Because now, if you run into someone who's going through what you went through, then it's not hard for you to relate. That alone means you can empathize. And I know very few people that would consider empathy a weak human trait. I know a lot of people that don't even know how to empathize, right? And so there's a lot of things to keep in mind there. Ooh, almost fell. Oh, thank you. Oh, I forgot I can dash me there. And so I'm a big fan of those quotes. And honestly, for me, I got lucky because I went through my life and I didn't meet or didn't see Jordan Peterson. I never met Jordan Peterson. I didn't see Jordan Peterson videos until I was like a year ago or something. And for me as a nurse, like I was always a nice person. And then sometimes it's better to, in quotation marks, not be nice, but not mean. I think mean is such a weird, it's not, oh, no, you have to be, like he calls it being a monster. I don't really like that phrasing. It's understanding that if you're nice to someone and they bite your hand, you can try to reach out your hand one more time. But if they try to bite it again, then you make sure you either push them or you punch them. But you let them know the hand does more than feed. Right? And so, is that being mean? Is that being a monster? I don't think so. Right, but he calls it being a monster, so I'll nuance there and say I don't like per se the way he nuances. I do agree that you do have to have more than just being kind in the bag. In your arsenal, if you will. I was born lucky, Rento says, I was born lucky compared to my peers back then. Almost impossible to relate with them. I tried but couldn't. Other than we're both human. Exactly. But see, the fact is, you still try, and that's something you should be proud of, Rental. Right? And my point is just that. My point is that you have to learn the skill of being nice, which for most people is natural, in my opinion. I think it's just human nature. We can go north a bit. It's just natural to be nice, but you also have to learn when someone retaliates to you being nice, which is weird. It just means they're probably not ready for your niceness, mentally speaking. When someone retaliates, you have to be willing to, in my opinion, you give it one more chance, and you make sure you let them know you're not an idiot, right? Like it's like you know what just happened, and you just remind them, look, I'm gonna try to be nice one more time, but after that, you're on your own, right? And if you say it like that, most people are like, whoa, what happened to the nice person? It's like, well, you bit the hand, right? And so that changes everything. Yeah, somewhere here there's camps. Camp! No. You tasered her. Let's see. That's being assertive, no? Probably. Yeah, this is the thing, Normal. There's a lot of words to describe the same phenomena. Drink water, guys. If you ask me, let me give you a fun fact, guys. When I started doing the quote generator, the thing that keeps popping up near my face on the screen, like, at this point there's like 500 quotes in there. You know, most of the time when I put the quotes in there, like, I enjoy the quote, but I feel like I've put the same quotes in at least 30 times over. Okay, it's just a different person in history saying the same stuff. And if let's say I'm right, okay? Let's say I'm right here. then realistically you have to accept there's really not that much wisdom to get. It's just hard to execute because, well, realistically, we're human beings, and so it's hard for us to stay so focused on the one thing that matters to us. And so this is where a lot of people will go, well, it's all about having a long-term goal, Phacil. Yeah, I agree. And it's all about having vision. And I'm like, it's the same thing. Right? It's about knowing what you're doing it for. Yeah, still the same thing. It's about having morals and norms and ethics. Yeah, still the same thing. Right? It's like, I feel like, right? It's all the same thing. Right? You just have to have something important that you are willing to fight for and die for, realistically. And then you work towards it to the best of your ability. And then you accept that there's going to be people that disagree with you. And if they disagree with you, you accept. If they actually disagree with you, so it's not miscommunication, you accept it's probably not a good idea if you stay close to that person. Because one of you is going to get really frustrated. Because both of you are not going to budge. Wait! Whoopa! I found the gap. I was iffy about that quote when it called it being a monster, though. I wouldn't say one has to do monstrous acts. No, I agree. But this is funny enough. We had this talk just now with. Oh, we did this already. We had this talk just now with Physiomage. We were talking about the way you phrase things is really important, in my opinion. Oh, it's lower. Okay, thank you, Rental. Where is it? Oh, she got it right. And you take that one. Let's see. I started dating a 30-year-old woman. We're both financially independent. She said it isn't a date unless I always pay for it. I said that feels like I'm a wallet. She said I'm too transactional. Thoughts? I think you're in danger. That's my opinion, Physio. Like if I'm honest with you, Physio, if you want to know what I would say in a situation like that, I would say, so what are you giving me? That's how I would answer, right? So that's me making sure she understands the hand doesn't just feed, right? And so if she gets offended at this, I'm done. I'm like, okay, we're done. We're not the same type of people, right? And so I would explain, I would love to buy stuff for you, but if you're saying that you don't think this is okay unless I buy stuff for you, that means you're ungrateful, right? Again, we're talking same concept, different wording. At that point, I'm like, so that's dangerous. That's very dangerous if you ask me. So I don't think she's evil. I don't think that's what's going on. It's the concept of gratitude, I think, is hard to understand for a lot of people. Right? Like, I can give you a lot of these examples, but I can probably just summarize by saying, like, my girlfriend has never ever said anything of the likes to me, not even close. There's plenty of women out there that would never. And so I think there's a good video of 50 Cent, the rapper, where someone asked, I think a talk show host asked him, let me see where we go first actually. Go north, please. Go here, so over there. A talk show host asks him, if you go on a date, who's paying? And he says, and this guy's rich, right? He says, whoever's idea it was to go on a date. Right? And I think that's the best answer possible. And this, right? If you take this into mind, right? So, and I'll give you another one to add to that, guys. There's a financial expert. I listened to one of her podcasts recently. I love her advice. And she talked about, you know, how should you do your finances in a relationship? And she said, and this is actually how me and my girlfriend have our finances. We've had it like this for 7 years. We have one bank account for basically our kids and the house and just everything we buy together. And then we have our own bank account. So I have my own and she has her own. And you may wonder why. And the answer is, I don't feel like I can buy her a gift if half of the money was hers. Okay? And so what we do is whenever I'm buying something for her, it comes out of my bank account, not our bank account. That's something for feeling wise, right? And she gets to do the same, right? And so then the thing psychologically that happens is you no longer have this problem of yeah, technically you're buying me a gift, but I'm paying for half of it. Right, that's gone. So you can actually keep buying each other gifts like you used to, right, when you were still in the proper dating phase, if you will. And so I think all of this is just, like I said, it's I think we heavily underestimate our psychology, and we heavily overestimate how complicated life is. Like I said, I don't think it's anything more than you invest into her, she invests into you. And if there's any strings attached whatsoever, that's dangerous. Because the moment you add strings, I think the question becomes, where did that string come from? And most of the time it's not people being evil, it's just people have emotional luggage and then they're attaching strings to it. So it's I think everything is, you can overcome everything, I think, Physio, but you do have to communicate really well. So here I would say, if you really care about her and you think, oh, we can talk about this, you should definitely try. But the conversation is a heavy one, because you have to ask why. Why do you feel like it's like that? Why does it have to be always me paying? Right? And then she's gonna give you an answer, and then you're gonna have to, without judging, you're gonna have to ask, and why that? And why that? And you just keep digging. I can almost guarantee you're gonna end up somewhere in her childhood. Right? That's just the nature of those things. Okay, to the next one. The next one is in that direction, but you have to go around. Or it's upstairs, maybe? Or is there a way in here? It's really insightful, since all the quotes were said by extremely intelligent people. Why do you think they have been repeated so much? Because there's not... I don't think there's that much wisdom to be had. I think most of the time I think we're repeating the same stuff. Socrates, freaking, alright, someone look up when Socrates died. Socrates said, the only true wisdom is knowing you know nothing, right? You know how many people have repeated that same thing over the course of so much time? We're talking millennia. That's how old that knowledge is. And so, obviously you can interpret it however you want. I interpret it as, understand that no matter how smart you're gonna get, like ashes to ashes, dust to dust, man, you're still worth nothing, alright? We are insignificant little creatures on this planet, okay? That's what you should know, right? Understand that. And so it's a way to stay grounded. It was basically him saying, make sure you stay grounded. Don't let it get to your head. All metaphors saying the same thing Socrates said millennia ago. Right? So there's not that much different wisdom to be had. We just package it differently, okay? Back in the day they said carpe diem, which translates to pluck the day, or make sure you do your best to enjoy life to the best of your ability. Nowadays we say YOLO. All right, same stuff. Let's see. I do like this color actually. Thank you. Damn, I'm not used to Phacil. A lot like that, right? Let's see. Live your life, let the dying to the dead. I like that. That's a good quote. It's not me laying down the law, it's an opinion, of course. I can't prove I'm right. I'm saying, just in my life experience, which is a case study, so definitely not good evidence. If you go, I can talk about my ex for a little bit, like my girlfriend's actually walking around, she knows this a little bit. But I didn't have the best relationship with my ex, but I'm definitely not going to blame her. I was not in a mental state where I was capable of properly investing into her, and vice versa. And so what happens? It's obvious. The result is obvious. It's always going to be obvious. And so this is kind of the point. Like when I say, well, then what mental state are you talking about? I'm talking about you need to be willing to invest into the other and expect nothing in return. And at the same time, the other person needs to do the same for you. Because if not, at some point, while you're expecting nothing in return, you do start wondering, why exactly am I doing this? Right? So that's the problem. And so this is, again, the issue. Wait! Hello? Climb, dude. There we go. There's an orange cave thingy here nearby, but no idea where. Just take me to the testing station, actually. Northeast, testing station 23. And that'll probably be be close to the end of the stream because of my night shift. Oh, she's squishing me. Ah! Okay, all right. Good thing it's a video game. I can tell you that wouldn't have looked very good in real life. Please climb. All right. All right. I always understood it as no matter how much you learn, there's always more. Yeah, that's another way to interpret it. But again, right? We're gonna get rerouted back to the same wisdom every time. Hey, what's up, Ling? How you doing, man? Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. I didn't know you streamed, Ling. Actually, if you guys have a second, for those of you on Twitch, can you do me a favor and support Ling? Oct_L1N9. How you doing, man? How's life, Hoosier? Let's see. Google says, let me rephrase it. Do you think there is value in having the wisdom said or packaged in different ways? Yeah. I think one of the biggest reasons probably a lot of you guys enjoy the stuff I say is because of how I package it. I'm not saying anything new. And most people, to be fair, nowadays aren't saying anything new. I think you guys... Oh, we can go back there actually. Let's do the... We could do the intel there. Rento, go back. I think the thing about my stream in this case is I package it in a way that most of you guys are like, okay, I can see that. Or you disagree, like both are fine. Ooh. No. She did me dirty. Catch me, catch me, catch me, catch me. No, we're good. No, it doesn't work. Okay. That's interesting. You just remind me of stuff I used to say. Exactly. Oh, no. Okay, this is complicated. That's the point, right? If you accept there's not that much wisdom in life, we're just repeating the same shit. So once you find people that say the same stuff as you, you're good to go. You just found like-minded people. Come on, what is happening? I got it. And I'm en route, I'm coming. Was Memento Mori supposed to have similar meaning? Yeah. No, I think Memento Mori is one of the same thing. Memento Mori, I believe, literally means remember the dead, right? Which I think is the same thing. Stay grounded, don't let it get to your head, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Like it's all supposed to remind you that you're nothing in the grand scheme of things. And we're not. That's the existentialist in me. But we have to make our life matter to the best of our ability. No, that's not what I wanted. We have to make our life matter to the best of our ability. That's the wisdom. Because in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. Let's see. Let's see. You would have been a very good looking red smear on the ceiling. That's exactly what it would have been, Stern. Exactly. He knows. Hello. What? Am I getting sniped? No. Rento's doing the sniping. Let's see. Hello, Ling. Going well. Just watched CS Major. Oh, this Counter-Strike Major. What is that? CS Go? Are we on CS Go? We're still on CS Go, I'm assuming, right? There's no new CS yet. The mid-air catch looked slick, yeah, but I lagged through. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Let's see. I've had similar thoughts about that situation, going to try to reach an understanding, but otherwise, c'est la vie. Yeah, exactly. That's the issue, right? It's always, like, communication is everything. So you can talk about it. I'll be honest with you, Physio. Like, if you have a talk with her, right? Maybe she's a very intelligent, well-educated human being, right? You talk to her about it, you say, well, why do you feel like it has to be like that? Why do you feel like I have to pay for the date? And she might say, well, yeah, you know, that's what I consider normal. That's how my dad used to be. That's how... You can have all of these talks. And then you can say, it makes me feel like a wallet. What would you say to that? Right? And the answer she gives you to that is going to be all telling. Because she might say, well, that's your problem, right? Then, you know, clearly you're not good enough for me. Then you're done. Get out of there, right? So, you know, book it, right? Like, okay, great. Thank you so much for this talk. I appreciate you being open, right? You're good to go. But she might say... Holy crap, right? That's not what that wasn't my intention, right? And if she says that, well, grats, right? Oh, Because now you can talk about that more elaborately. Then you can say, okay, all right, so what can we do then? Right? Because then you can talk about, well, I would love to pay for you. The problem is I don't want it to be something you expect, because then I feel it becomes an ungrateful thing, right? And you could say, well, I would appreciate it if there was gratitude there. And you could say, well, depending on how you feel, right? You could say, well, I don't want something like per se in return. I just want to know that you're grateful for me doing this, right? And so then you can have these talks, and you can hear by the tone of it, they're much more profound talks. They're really good talks to have, honestly. But again, this is something you have to obviously do with her, because how she answers is going to be all telling. But she's in her 30s, so in theory, it should be a decent talk. CS2 nowadays? We went back to CS2? Not even Source? Okay. Alright, that's interesting. Alright then. Good to know. Wonder why we went back to CS2. People dislike Go and Source that much? Shout out Rental's piloting skills though. That was very impressive. Yeah, I agree actually. Thank you. Thank you for the piloting, Rental. I feel you, Ling, no worries. CSGO got replaced with CS2? Oh, we didn't go backwards? It's still forwards? They remastered it or something, I guess? What time is it? It's 10. Okay, alright. I need to prep. Can you do me a favor, Rental? I probably am gonna have to leave somewhere halfway through this, but when I log off, my character's gonna be online for like 40 more seconds. Can you make sure I don't randomly die when I'm like rushing to work? I would appreciate that. I will pay double next time. Let's see. If I have seen further than others, it is by standing upon the shoulders of giants. By Isaac Newton, easily one of the smartest human beings to ever live. He's literally saying, make sure you respect the elderly. Or whatever other metaphor you can think for that. Think of in that trend. Drink water, guys. That's all it is, guys. I'm about to eat and take a nap. I got you tabbed out. No worries. Enjoy. Bon appetit, Ling. Thank you for the raid, bud. Hope you're doing well. Let me know how your racing is going. Is there some psychological reason for that? How someone wants to do something if it originates from within, but will actively avoid or reject? Yeah, responsibility or agency, I think is the word people like to use nowadays for it. It's the same crap if you ask me. We talked about this the other day. There was big research done on Nazis, of all people. If you ask a Nazi, how did you get to a point where you felt okay with gassing a bunch of innocent people? They'll say, what do you mean? It was like, I got an order. And you'll say, and if you then say, are you saying because your boss said you had to do it, you did it? They'll say, well, yeah, of course. Right? And then you say, so you felt like that was okay to do. Would you do it if your boss didn't tell you to do it? And most of them will say no. But then you're like, wait, what? Are you saying like, so if your boss tells you to jump off a bridge, you jump off a bridge? Like no, then they'll be like, well, no. It's like, oh, so you did know it was a bad idea. Right? And so the conclusion there is, funny enough, the question is, do you feel, and the word really is feel, responsible? Because our brain is really good at protecting us from responsibility, at convincing us it's not our fault. Right? If you work for a company that screws people over, and you're the guy that does marketing, or you're the guy, I don't know, that does HR or whatever, it's really easy to say, it's just a job. I'm not responsible for this. My boss is. It's like, no. Actually, no, you're definitely responsible for it. And your boss is too. Right? But the moment, and I think this is what's causing, if you ask me, oh, but I'm going really far, this is a good way to end stream. I think this is probably what's causing a lot of the burnouts and you name it across the globe as well. At some point your brain is like, you know you're responsible for this, right? And at some point that voice gets too big. And then you're just like, I need to get out of here. Like now. And I think that's usually where people are like, well, crap. And then burnout. That voice I'm gonna call it your conscience. I'm sure there's a lot of words for it, but yeah, long story short, I think once people feel responsible, then we're willing to act. Then we're motivated. Then we're willing to go, if you will. I think therein lies the art to life. If you accept that everything in your life you're responsible for, then you're willing to act on everything. I give a lot of these examples. I compliment you guys oftentimes for saying hello. Ling came in here. You guys were like, hey, what's up, Ling? Like, we're all responsible for our world. And so it's really easy for people to say, yeah, but it's just, I'm just here randomly. I was like, no, you're not. You're here just like the rest of us. Freaking, there's people that made airplanes, internet, electricity. Right? There's so much stuff. Like, you could be one of them. I was like, yeah, but I'm just a random guy. No, you're not. You're just as responsible as everyone else. Get on it. So yeah. Responsibility, Google. I appreciate you, Google. Obviously, I can't prove it. As always, I have to nuance. I do genuinely believe this, though. Very profoundly. I think the reason for me, personally, why I believe this is a lot of times... Let me give you guys one of the best examples, okay? This is so this is my life, okay? And where responsibility was everything. I was an ambassador for a specific project in my hospital where I worked, and I introduced something that they called team scheduling. So basically, we as nurses started making our work schedule together, okay? And then in this work schedule, it relied on us. So it worked in the rounds, right? So the first round was you build your schedule, like you build your dream schedule. I'm like, oh, and then Monday I want to work a day shift, and then Tuesday an evening shift, and then maybe Wednesday, Thursday I'll do night shift, right? So everyone does that for themselves, but it's a team of like 100 nurses, okay? And so then, I'm probably gonna log off here, Rental. And so then, after everyone does that, makes their dream schedule, we go into round 2. And round 2, you get to see, oh, we have 2 little nurses in this shift, so someone needs to go there. And we have too many nurses here, so someone needs to get off of this shift, right? That's round 2. And a lot of nurses that I've known for like a decade, okay, they were like, that's never gonna work. That's never gonna work, John. I'm like, why wouldn't it work, right? Let me cancel this because I don't have time for it. Oh, there. And so I was like, why wouldn't it work? And they're like, people are too selfish, man. It's just not gonna work, right? That's what they said. And so I was like, are you serious? I don't believe that. And so they were like, no, that's definitely the case. I was like, it's just not going to happen. Like, this is, you guys are going to prove to me that human beings are nice or not. That's what I'm saying, all right? And then round 3 was basically, we had a scheduler, a professional scheduler, in case, like, we didn't resolve everything ourselves, okay? And so here, in that situation, remember guys, we're talking about human nature and responsibility. In this situation, the first 2-3 months in round 2, I was waiting. I was like, let's see how many people actually look at something that's a team problem. It's a you know, a ward problem. It's everyone's problem. Let's see who takes responsibility. Out of the 100 people, about 10 to 20. Okay? That's normal. The other 80, not because they didn't want to, but the other 10 to 20 already resolved all the issues. It's already done. There's no more problem. Okay? So now it got interesting, because fast forward about 3 to 6 months, and then basically people like the people that were always resolving it because they were faster and better with computers and you name it, there was all these reasons. They were like, well, it's always me swapping, right? It's always me fixing the problems in round 2. And so we said, okay, you know what? You're right. We should definitely change this. And so what I did is I said this to people. I said, hey, when round 2 comes, when round 2 hits, we're asking everyone to swap at least 1 shift. That's it. If you can do 2, wonderful, absolutely magical. If you swap 1 shift, thank you so much for caring for your coworkers, for taking care of your coworkers. If you swap 2, you're absolutely magical. But don't do any more, right? That gives other people a chance to help as well. This is what I said to literally 100 different nurses. After that, like everyone started swapping 1 or 2 shifts, nothing happened because everyone felt responsible. And at some point people were like, man, like just a few of them, like out of the 100 nurses, about 5 to 10 were like, it's not my problem, man. It's like, no, it's all of our problems. So if you don't do it, like like that's completely fine with me, but I want you to understand you're the one being greedy, you're the one screwing us, and if you're okay with that, no problem whatsoever. Right? And if when I say it to them like that, it was done. That was it. That was the end of it. Right? And so this is just something that let me do like this. This is something that when you get to a point where you understand the art to motivation, or let me phrase it like this actually. I think what I was doing there, most people would summarize as inspiration. I was inspiring them to act, when realistically I think that's not the right word. I was simply reminding them that they're responsible for their world. I was reminding them that what they do matters, literally, because if you don't do it, I have to do it. Right? And then once you do that for people, once you say, hey, there's no if buts or maybes here. It's you do it or someone else has to do it. You have an influence. Then everyone gets off their ass. And I think that's the beauty to human nature, like I said, right? So it's a very, very... So this is, again, my life, right? It's a very typical phenomenon. I think it works this way everywhere. Everywhere I've seen it worked this way. So I wouldn't understand why it wouldn't work that way in specific areas. So yeah, for sure. All right, let's see. Belated. I do have to bounce, guys. Ooh, I need to run. Belated, the Nazi psychology is wild. A similar phenomenon has been studied in college students simulating prison guards. Yeah, this is the... I forgot the name of this. Yeah, it all comes down to the same thing. It's the agency thing. It's whether or not they feel responsible. All right, guys. Yeah, this is the point, though. I didn't get them, Google. They were already there. Human nature is wonderful, dude. We're alive right now as a species because it's wonderful. That's all I'm saying. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you guys have a lovely week. I need to run. I need to get into the car as quick as I can go. You're playing Enshrouded, Normal? Don't be like this. Oh, okay, we'll talk about Enshrouded later. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Hope you guys had a good time. Have a lovely week. I will see you guys Thursday. Be safe, be kind, be caring. Remember, the world is a beautiful place. It really is. If it's not and you can't see it, you can't find it, please send me a message or anyone in this community. I'm sure someone will help out. Have a good one, guys. Catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.